Hello, caller. You're
Hello?
now live.
Yeah, hi.
Hello. I
I'm
think,
from Michigan.
yeah, I think I know who this is.
Um, I've been doing some cold approaches,
And can you
and
tell
I found
everyone who you are since,
I'm the guy from Michigan,
yeah, but
your previous call.
the guy who did what?
I, let's put the past behind us.
No, we need context. So anyway, since you don't want to say it, you are the guy who slept with a woman or got a blowjob from a woman in front of her cuck husband,
Right.
and you're still working on your social skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Craigslist is now gone too in the
Okay.
U.S.
That is true. Thanks to the new anti-sex trafficking law in the United States, Craigslist has removed their personal ads, but by removing a mechanism on the internet for women to seek customers, that's just going to empower pimps and bring sex trafficking back. So whatever the government does, whatever they intend to do, rest assured the opposite outcome will always happen.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that sex trafficking is going to go up now because an independent whore can just go on Backpage or Craigslist and put up an ad to directly interact with a John. So now she has to go to a PIMP, a pimp, to get jobs. Now, pimps historically have been engaging in what? Sex trafficking. So the government is basically trying to solve a problem, they just worsen the existing problem.
I see.
But someone in the chat is asking if it's good in terms of the sexual market. You know, in a country of 320 million people, I don't think it's going to be a drop in the bucket. You know, I don't think the percentage of women whoring themselves out in the USA is that high because they have Instagram and Facebook, so they can actually whore themselves out, get the benefits of doing it, become a cam girl, a Twitch girl, without actually having to sleep with anybody.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad thing.
Yeah. All right. So what
So my
is going
question
on?
is,
Yeah.
pretty much when I was interacting with all these people, there's like some sort of anxiety that comes out.
Okay.
I mean, I think it might be social anxiety, which probably explains a lot about my past. Like one person even knows I was shaking constantly.
Mm.
It goes with both men and women.
So when you're talking to anybody, you tend
I
to
mean,
get
not just anyone,
nervous.
just like with my family, I don't have this problem. Even some friends, it's just strangers. Like even right now, for some reason.
Mm. How about if you stand beside someone you don't know without having to talk to them?
So that doesn't really come up. It's just like casually chatting. All of a sudden, it just starts. I just start shaking. I mean, like this one girl noticed it even.
What happens if you are talking, shaking, and then you keep on going as like you just keep you blow through that? Does the shaking eventually subside or stop?
Well, it minimalizes, but it's.
Hmm.
I just feel like someone they're noticing it. You know what I mean?
And I think that your fear of them noticing it just makes it worse. So, what you're going to have to do is adopt a belief where you don't care if they see you nervous and just hold that conversation for as long as you can and desensitize yourself in that way.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that could help you actually is joining a public speaking club. Because in a safe environment where people don't, judge you harshly, in a supportive environment like Toastmasters, which is they have branches everywhere. So a Toastmasters club, they give you a couple of speeches, like 5 minutes in length, and then you go there, and then afterwards you have a mentor give you feedback. So maybe you don't need the feedback as much, but just to desensitize yourself, because if you can get yourself to do a little public speech in front of 10 or 20 people, one-on-one conversation should be a lot easier.
I see. I was also wondering how race plays into this too.
In your
Like
situation, yeah, because I think you were Asian,
Indian.
Indian.
Yeah,
You don't
it's a
sound
long story.
Indian.
My dad's from there. My mom's here.
All right. Well, being Indian is how you'll be perceived is more based on whether a girl is sexually attracted to you. But just because a girl is not sexually attracted to you does should not cause you to be anxious and shaking. So that's something different.
Yeah,
That's a lack of confidence with sex, and that can be
yeah. The
worked
funny
on
thing is though,
after.
is I never really had a problem with race. Really, I mean, just hearing you guys and even this incel group, they all
The
talk about it. So I'm like, is there a problem?
the what group? The incel group?
Yeah, like based on LMS or that YouTube channel.
So do you follow that stuff?
Not really. I mean, it's pretty interesting to watch.
Okay. Because the last thing I need right now is a man who identifies with these incel groups doing something crazy. So
Don't worry, I'm not like Elliot Rogers.
okay. Okay, good, because yeah, I don't advocate for an incel violent episode. And I have
Yeah,
to
my
say
sister was
that because
freaking
the
out
world is
when
crazy.
she
Because
discovered that.
actually, I made a tweet that got in the news. And I don't know if you know what tweet I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find it. All right. I think I found it. So on April 24th, so do you know that guy, that Armenian guy in Toronto who got in a van and plowed over like 10 people?
Yeah.
So there was like a fake posting on Facebook that I'm pretty sure some 4chan people did. And they made it seem like, oh, I'm an incel and Elliot Rodger is great. And it's pretty fake. But anyway, I decided to go with it. I was in a bad mood. I wanted to anger people. So I sent out this. I sent out Alex
Hmm.
Minassian, who's the name of the guy, wouldn't have killed people with a van if the media had not inoculated him and other lonely men against effective game teachers like myself. Sleeping with
What?
only 2 or 3 Toronto Tinder sluts would have been enough to stop his urge to kill. That made
That's
it
true.
in the news, like a lot of articles, a lot of articles. I like they're trying to crown me king of the incels. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm trying to get. They are incel because you stop them from knowing me,
I'm
because
being
you stop them from learning game, because you stop them from the only reasonable avenue they have for solving this very painful problem of living in a culture that puts sex in your face every minute of the day, but denies the bottom 20, 30, 40% of men even the taste of a woman. That's cruel.
Mhm.
That is cruel. And then you had this failed executive CEO. Let me pull this up. I think her name is Ellen Powell. Ellen Powell. I think okay, yeah, Ellen Powell incel tweet. All right, let's see. So you have this okay, here it is. So you have this woman who drove Reddit into the ground, totally incompetent, and she last week sent a tweet that said, CEOs of big tech companies, you almost certainly have incels as employees. What are you going to do about it? Why don't you just kill them? See, women hate unattractive men. Even unattractive women hate them.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of bad for these guys because
Yeah.
I like
So
to
do I,
think,
because I used to be one too.
yeah, and I like to think my work helped you lift yourself up, and you're doing it, and I'm proud of you for doing it because you're actually trying.
Yeah.
You are not giving up. So I like to think my work is lifting guys who, if they didn't do anything, wouldn't get anything. But people
Yeah.
are
You give me the
still,
white pill.
Yeah, and but people are still attacking me and for just to give good game advice. And it's really sad that what we have in the culture is that men are not allowed to change their situation, to improve themselves, to manually make themselves into a Chad. They're not allowed. But women need government help, academic help, media help to lift themselves up, to empower them. See, this is why empowerment is such a zero sum thing. Because if you empower someone, you have to disempower someone else to allow for that initial empowerment to happen. So, this is what we
Mhm.
have for decades of empowerment of the female. We have men who are so sexually frustrated that, in some cases, like Elliot Rodger, they just kill people.
Yeah. I can also see with some of the guys who I work with in my at school. Like there was this one girl in biology. I mean, she had like an okay face, I guess, but it was close enough to being modeling. And then there was this new male looking guy who was sitting next to her because me and her were sitting next to each other also. So one side he had that guy, and then the other side of her she had me. I know if the guy kept giving me dirty looks. I mean, I didn't really talk to her much really because she was basically an SJW, even though she was pretty looking.
Yeah, man. If a girl has green, pink, blue hair, you got to stay away, man. Because,
No, but she didn't. She looks like a model, basically, a normal girl. It's just like when she starts speaking, yeah. But I know the funny thing is the guy, like, he kept talking to her all the time, but she doesn't like pay too much attention to him. But when I start speaking to her, she's like all of a sudden really attentive.
excuse me.
And the guy starts giving me like really nasty stares.
Okay, well, good. Now, were you
I mean, it's a good
larger
thing,
than
but
him? Were you bigger?
we're actually the same height.
Mm. Do you lift?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
good.
I'm like really. I have like a naturally skinny body though.
That's okay. All right, man. Well, I'm glad that things are moving forward. And yeah, just
Okay.
keep it up. And we all will be grateful if you call us in the future to let us know how things are going.
Okay. I
Because
have
if
one
I
last
can save
question.
one incel, then I save the world.
Okay, I have one last question. Are you going to go on the Face and LMS stream? Maybe red pill those guys.
The what stream?
You know that YouTube channel Face LMS and LMS.
What the hell is
He's
that?
that one British guy.
British guy? I don't know who that is.
The YouTube channel
The
Face
YouTube
and
channel?
LMS.
I don't know who. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't want to go on the YouTube equivalent of Jerry Springer, and I did that with the Andy Worski stream, and he got
Wait, he was
smoked. He
friends
got
with
he got smoked by the guy that he actually hired, the French dude. The French dude basically
you mean the guy was speaking weird or
cucked
the
him.
accent?
Yeah, the JF guy cucked Andy on his own channel, then did his own channel that gets more views. Wow. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm not going on that shit because what drives views is drama, is that high school stuff. And I mean, right
Yeah.
now I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to debate with stupid girls that just shriek and yell at me because they're so sexually attracted to me.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right
great.
then.
Okay, let me get to some other calls. Thank you for calling.